All right, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know what this story is. When is it from? But I thought it would be fun to talk about America's weight problem.
February 22nd, 2018, it says here.
What is the average weight for women? Now, I'm not trying to single out women with this segment.
Yeah, really, it has nothing to do with women in general because Americans are overweight.
Right.
That is a simple fact.
But this leads to a very important point about modern politics that I think we can talk about.
Okay.
Body positivity, anti-fat shaming. Have you heard of this stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, here I'll tell you exactly why I think it exists. First, you know the Dove Real Beauty campaign they did?
Yeah.
Dove soap?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys didn't see it, it's basically like a bunch of regular looking women. I'm not going to say they're overweight. It was like plus size and regular bodies, and they were making a point about how not every woman is a model.
And yet they got models.
Dove?
Overweight models to do it.
For sure. Dove is owned by Unilever. Unilever owns Ben & Jerry's. I know it's a bit funny, but I'm being serious.
Well, I know like the same people that own Ben & Jerry's, well, not Ben & Jerry's per se, but like some dairy products, they also own like the anti-indigestion medicine that dairy causes.
But think about it this way.
What?
Like, imagine you had a shop or like a stand on a street corner.
Yeah.
And you sold, like a health food, but also a bowl of ice cream.
Right.
How do you make sure your customer wants to buy both? You don't want to undercut your ice cream by saying like the health food is important because ice cream is bad for you. So you've got to be like, actually, this granola health bar is excellent when broken up and put in the ice cream because you're trying to sell both.
Right, exactly.
So that was actually a funny meme where the idea was, why would Unilever try to undercut their businesses? They want women to feel good being overweight. So they do a campaign on this side. That way they don't feel bad when they go and eat tons of ice cream. But I don't know. You want to read this one?
Let's see. No, I really don't.
You don't want to read it?
I don't. This article almost frightens me because of that. It's like, well, it's targeting women for one, which doesn't really make sense because I feel like everyone has a weight issue. It's
true.
It's not a woman thing. I think it's just overconsumption in general.
Yeah.
In the States, like we just overconsume everything, And
but here's the thing.
What's that?
Look, we pulled up this article.
Mm-hmm.
I think the main focus I want to talk about is like overweight America.
Yeah.
And other countries.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's fair to point out the body positivity stuff is coming from women, not men.
That's true.
And we don't see body positivity for men. Where
dad bodies are actually like more sought after. I read this article about it because women see a dad body and think
of their dad.
Well, no, not that. They think financial stability,
right?
Because they're consuming food and they can like
support themselves.
I don't know if this is true, but I read that and I was like, wow, that's messed up.
That's like when fat used to be beautiful, when it was a sign that you weren't going to die next week, when you actually had enough.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
crops.
Yeah. Like in Africa,
and that's why women were
there's
like
this
chunky.
country where they're like, whoa, the big woman is like.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Look,
my goodness.
They do these things where like, Birds of Prey, for instance.
Okay.
Cassandra Cain was played by a chubby, overweight little Asian girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they do that because they're like, what does it matter, buddy? But you don't see that. Like, when are we going to have, a fat Iron Man?
Right.
It's always like, if it's the man, it's fine.
Yeah.
So they complain. What?
This makes me really mad because the body positivity ladies will literally tell you that they are not attracted to what is correctly called overweight men.
Yeah.
These
really?
Plus size ladies feel just fine saying they're in no way attracted to men that are called overweight. The men are not called plus size.
Right.
That is
yep.
not cool.
The men are overweight.
Plus size men. I'm saying that from now on. Men are plus size.
Plus size men.
Yeah.
But then you see these viral posts where it's like a woman will say something like, no short men. There's a viral Tinder post where the woman will put in their profile being like, if you're under 6 feet, don't bother.
Yeah.
And then a guy commented, if you're over 150, don't bother. And then she got really angry. And he was like, it's just preference.
It's the
like
same thing.
Right.
No,
yep.
it's not the same
Well,
thing.
yeah, you can choose to be skinny.
You can change your weight. I did it. I've maintained a 50-pound
That's
weight
a great.
loss for
That's a
3
great point.
years.
You're right. You can't change your weight or
cannot
your height. I
height.
meant. Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's
I was born a certain height. Well, technically, can't you break your legs and like
can.
have them
You can do that.
extend your?
But then your legs are getting bigger and your torso is not proportionate. So
That's
you can.
true. Yeah.
Let's pull up this article. They say, what is the average weight for women? Knowing if your weight is within a healthy range can be beneficial. This is particularly so in the United States, where obesity is a significant problem. American women aged 20 years and above weigh an average of 170.6 pounds.
That's how much I weigh.
That's crazy.
I
And
weigh
these are
170.
5'3" women.
And I'm 6'1".
Look at this. According to the CDC, height-wise, the average adult female is 5'3" and her waist measures 38.2 inches.
My gosh.
We got problems, man.
Well, and I feel like those are the people that are going to Burger King and going, oh, well, I can have the Impossible Burger.
Right, exactly.
It's
Yeah, we
good.
were talking
it's
about
better for me.
Yeah, it's like so.
No, it's not.
Burger King launches the vegan burger, and then people show up to Burger King to get their.
It's not vegan.
Well, right, because they cook it on the grill.
Right.
But they go up to get the meat plant-based. And they're
'cause
like,
it's better.
This is the joke where they're like,
And then they get the massive Coca-Cola,
super king size diet,
the huge
though.
fries, the diet soda, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think
It's like
Family Guy did a joke about this.
the tub.
Where like a really big fat person goes to the shop and they're like, I'll get the triple double cheeseburger, or the triple double bacon with the extra large fry, double salt, and I should get diet. It's
swear.
Does it matter at this point?
At this point, no.
Now I will stop. If you choose to be fat, I got no problem with you. Right?
I just don't want to pay for your triple bypass.
Exactly. So you get these people saying like, we should have, free healthcare. It's like, okay, government
right.
healthcare, yes, I love it. But then we have to maintain some kind of health program.
Right, exactly.
Anything-
That's not healthy to be overweight.
But so
There's a point where plus size becomes overweight. And where is that line? I mean,
and morbidly obese.
Sure, I mean there is a healthy, you can have a healthy amount of fat on you.
Right.
You don't have to be
a twig.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there is a healthy point.
So this,
and then it becomes an unhealthy point.
But so think about this. You have so think about how overweight everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you choose to do so, again, I'm all about freedom.
Yeah.
Eat the Twinkies to your heart's delight. But to the people who are arguing that the government should cover all health care
Mm-hmm.
and we should pay for it, at the same time, they're promoting unhealthy lifestyles. It's like, do you have any, like, if you want to talk about healthcare being $3 trillion a year
As a
today,
vegan, it blows me away too, because it's like I see yogurt commercials and I'm just like,
Yeah,
yogurt's
dude.
terrible for you.
yogurt's like ice cream. People don't realize it.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Well,
From what
it is.
I've
But
from
listen.
what I've seen.
No. Here's the thing. Ice cream's not bad for you. Too much ice cream is bad for you.
Yeah.
Yogurt is not bad for you. Yogurt's good for you. It's got acidophilus, got those,
There's,
what are the other
there's
things
good
in it?
probiotics in it, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but you can get those outside of yogurt also.
You can, but you can have some yogurt. Look, I do those little tiny, 2-ounce yogurts every day.
Yeah, the probiotics.
So
Facts.
some, I think you're a big, anti-dairy guy.
Well, I mean, I just have done a lot of research and I know a lot about what it does to the human body. So I don't care if you eat dairy, fine. Eat your dairy.
But you don't
it's
want to.
fine. But I don't want to
Yeah, that's
because
cool.
I know what it causes specific things. And I know these dairy companies are owning the medicines that counteract that exact same thing too, because they know that dairy causes it.
Wait. It's just like Unilever.
It's crazy.
Owning the Real Beauty
I know,
campaign and selling ice cream
it's
to people.
It's the same thing. Exactly.
But here's what I want to say.
The whole marketing system
I believe
is just this cycle to convince you that it's okay.
The problem isn't the little itty bitty yogurts I drink every day. The problem is these women go out and get those cups of Chobani, which is Greek yogurt stuffed with sugar and fruit, and they're like, I'm eating healthy.
With an extra bit of sugar
and
to
they
dump
sprinkle
on top of it.
Yeah,
to
it's got
mix
the cookie bits.
That is so interesting to me. I've never seen more obese people than when I went to Whole Foods. And I'm like, all of these people think that they're eating healthy because they're buying organic food and they are still eating too much.
Yeah.
Right. And then you look at how many servings it is. It's like 4 servings in that one Chobani thing. And it's like, what? They're splitting it up.
So I went, I was,
they eat the whole thing.
I went to the store and I pulled up a pint of Ben & Jerry's and a cup of Chobani and I compared them and they're like very similar.
I'm sure.
Tons of sugars.
Yeah.
It's tons of fat. It's just the yogurt isn't frozen and whipped for your delight.
Yeah.
So now we end up with, here, check this out. We have this list. Here, what does it say? At 177.9 pounds, the average body mass in North America is the highest of any continent worldwide, according to a 2005 statistics published in 2012 by BMC Public Health. North America also has the highest percentage of people who are overweight, with 73.9%.
73%.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, I remember being in gym class, and you get that little thing that pinches the underside of your arm.
Yeah, to see how much.
And it tells you. And is that considered fat shaming now if they do that?
Probably, yeah.
It's like, oh, no. We have a couple overweight kids.
Stop shaming me.
If we do that, they'll be embarrassed that they're fat. And it's like,
California just ditched
or
their
get some
fitness
help.
tests.
They ditched the fitness test.
Because it might lead to children being bullied for, being
being
overweight, like 73% of us are.
Or maybe
Man.
maybe some of them will start working out because they didn't realize that they were overweight
Right.
because they were taught and
Right, that's
grew
normal
up
for
in an
them.
environment
Exactly.
that led them to that way. And then maybe they'll get wise and actually start working out.
Why is Asia doing so good? What's up with that?
Price.
No, I actually was
I don't
reading
know.
something.
They
It's
go-
really
what is
it's
it?
really hard to eat out relative
In
to
Asia?
America. Yeah, like in America, you know what one of the problems we got is?
That's true.
You ever go to a diner?
There's always
Like an American
place
diner?
to get food everywhere.
Dude, there's a diner over here, and you go in there and you're like, I'll get the fish and chips. And they bring you out a platter for a family for one person.
That's true. Yeah.
And I'm like,
The
there's
portions are
7
crazy.
cod fillets and a gallon of French fries in front of me. And I can't eat this. But then people eat it because it's in front of them. And they just start, losing it.
Well, the
Also-
diner that I found is
The vegan one.
Well, they
Or
have
they have vegan.
the head chef is vegan, so
Yeah.
like they have like a nice solid vegan section, which is so cool. But the portions are great. Like every time I've eaten there, it's like it's irrelevant about the vegan thing. It's about the proportions, though.
Right.
It's like
And the
it's
salt.
it's a cool diner. They did oversalt some things.
I just
but
mean like in general.
I've
salt.
talked to them about it, and it's been better actually.
Yeah.
Now that I've been going and they've eaten the different things, so it's like the proportions at this place are pretty on point. And I don't know what the nutrition information is on these meals that I'm eating. I'm not like, what's the salt content and how much salt have I had today?
Yeah.
Like I don't do that. And I would consider myself fit, but I don't
you skate.
overconsume. I eat when I'm hungry. I walk and skate, and still I'm proactive.
I used to skate way too much, so I need to fix my habits for sure. But
I mean, I don't know I'm not saying I know what the answers are for anybody, but here's some statistics that we're 73% overweight. 73%,
0.9.
almost 74%,
Basically 74%.
of Americans are overweight. Like that's a crazy.
And what's making
crazy.
it worse is the body positivity stuff. Look, man, you don't got to be mean to somebody. Like Milo Yiannopoulos posted a picture of fat shaming a dude in the gym. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's just mean.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like the guy, you literally,
The guy's at the gym.
You've won.
Trying to do something
Right,
about it.
You've won.
Counterproductive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. What are you trying to do there? Now you're just being
and I asked him
rude.
about it, and he said, well, he should do it at home. It's disgusting, or something like that.
And those are the people that.
And I'm
are-
like,
are
I don't believe
a-holes.
you're serious.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, you're
You know,
just
there's-
trying to
there's-
you're just trying to appeal to the other people that are also a-holes that are going to laugh
Yeah.
at that.
Right.
And more clickbait. Just, that's all it is.
It's
It's like
clickbait.
the opposite of virtue signaling, bully signaling or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what
Like,
I mean? In a sense,
there-
like,
there
'cause
are-
there's sadistic people out there that just get a kick out of all this, you
Yep.
know? And that's
And you know
those
what?
people suck.
And there are a lot of people who want to watch that. Like
I know,
people,
yeah.
people
Why?
get mad at me sometimes for not being mean and angry at
Yeah.
certain, things or individuals.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm fairly ambivalent. Like, I'll tell you this, man. Look, the facts are clear. I'm all down to get right behind you, Bernie Sanders, and talk about that Medicare for all, but only if you can deal with the fact that people right now are celebrating unhealthy lifestyles.
That's
How
so
can we
true.
afford to pay for that, man?
Yeah, I don't want to pay
So
for
I'll tell you what.
someone's operation
Here's
because
my-
they drank, 2 liters of soda every day for 20 years.
Yep.
And now they're huge and need a triple bypass surgery so that
But hey.
they can't physically eat more.
The best part is in our private
That's
healthcare
crazy
system.
to think about.
In our private system, if you want to drink 2 liters, a 2-liter breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you want to gain 200 pounds, hey, you got to pay for your own health care. That's the great thing, right? Nobody's going to do it for you.
Yeah, I'm honestly getting convinced
Right, yeah,
of, it-
sort
of
of.
the other side of it. It's
There-
crazy.
So, that's one of the biggest challenges we have as a nation.
Mm-hmm.
We simultaneously have people, they're actually shaming you if you call it unhealthy. Like, that's what they're doing. They're saying, you're shaming me. No. You're shaming me for trying to tell you to be healthy.
It's like they're shaming us for saying that movie was bad. It's like, no, the movie was bad. It was a bad
Or
movie.
it's my opinion.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, it was my opinion.
There-
If
there
you
was-
don't like it, bye.
There was
okay.
this thing that happened that I saw where a news anchor went viral for calling out a man who fat shamed her. It's like, first of all, some guy sent an email and he said, I think your lifestyle is unhealthy and you're a role model for young girls, so you need to lose weight to show them, blah, blah, blah. And she got offended by it. The dude wasn't mean. He was being blunt. Like,
Yeah, that's
little
pretty-
girls watch
that's
you and
pretty
you are
blunt.
overweight.
Yeah.
So she decides to broadcast his email and be like, I will not stand for this. I had 4 kids, and so what if I'm overweight? And then everyone went like, yeah, slay queen, you go girl, all that stuff. And I'm like, hold on, man. If you can't privately tell someone bluntly, but not disrespectfully,
Well,
there's a good reason why
it's
you
a little, I mean,
Nah.
I don't know. It's like, who is he? Who is he to tell her that, though?
If that man had daughters, he has every right to ask her privately.
Okay.
He wasn't being mean.
I could,
Yeah,
I mean, I
be
could see it,
nice.
but there, it can be seen as like, all right.
He didn't say like, "Hey, Gordo,
But if
why don't
his-
you put down the Twinkie?"
But that's a good point, though. Maybe he's got daughters. That's probably
Right.
why he was like, hey, my daughter watches the show, and
look,
I could, I could see both sides. I don't
we're
know.
now in a place where it's like, it's bigoted, it's thin privilege, it's shaming.
Yeah.
To say to someone something. So there was a thing that happened in the UK. They had an ad on a bus stop. It said, the biggest cause of cancer is, and then it rolls over and says obesity. And there was a huge outroar like, you're shaming us. It's like, but it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Look, I'll say it again. The problem with the UK is they have National Health Service. Mm-hmm. So I can totally understand why people in the UK are going to be like, go lose weight. Why am I paying for you to eat, triple cheeseburgers and fish and chips every 20 minutes?
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? So, I mean, that's probably one of the biggest hurdles. But perhaps I should just end by saying, look, man, if you get angry because people, point out that it's unhealthy, I think you're secretly insecure.
That makes sense.
Like, the only reason you're insecure is or the only reason you're upset is because you know it's true.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
you're
what.
triggered.
I've talked to people who've laughed.
You defend. You go into auto defense mode.
Yep. I've talked to people, and these kinds of conversations who are fat, and they were just laughing about it, and they're just kind of like having a normal conversation. They didn't get bent out of shape, and their attitude was just like, "Yep, don't care. I know all about it. Yep."
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Nothing
true
bothers
of
me.
a lot of things. When people react like that, they feel maybe guilty or
Yeah.
insecure because they know maybe that what they're doing is a little bit wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
we're a fat country. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.